Hello, everybody. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero, and I have with me here.
Meg Demora, visual artist.
And this is a test pilot episode of this new podcast that we thought about, which is SmallTalk. When you have SmallTalk, what do you think about?
The weather.
Exactly. So we're going to talk about the weather in our SmallTalk. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So what do you think about this weather?
It's a little rainy out, Andrew. What are you going to do about that?
Well, there's some things I can try and do. Maybe we can find as many cans of hairspray and unleash them into the atmosphere.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that can also cause some very interesting climate issues.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
No? You don't like the climate?
What kind of climate issues? Climate issues sounds problematic and bad.
That is, yeah. But a couple things we can try
Okay.
that may be safe.
All
May
right.
not be the hairspray. That's
Right.
also, I give that advice to a lot of people that want it warmer.
Okay. Let's see where you're going with this. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the weather for today.
Okay.
So, do you like the weather for today so far?
It's a little too cold for me.
Too cold?
Okay. I don't really like driving in the rain. So, I'd rather be too cold than too hot. It's like my go-to statement.
That's true. I remember a commercial that they were talking about. In the winter, you can keep adding as many layers, but in the summer, you can only take off so much.
It's true. I can only be but so naked. Sorry. Not sorry.
Well, fully naked on some beaches.
I don't think that's worth it.
No?
No, that's a tan that I do not want.
It may be fun.
Out of control. Let's go back to the weather today.
Yeah, well, that's small talk.
Okay.
So for today, let me see if I can get some weather maps up here.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of a winter would you like to have?
I'm going to say if I don't have to drive to work, I'm okay with snow. It's pretty and beautiful. But if I do have to drive to work, I'm going to say solid 70 to 75. Maybe on the 70 side so I can wear a light jacket and perhaps there's a cool breeze.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say my favorite temperature is around 68 or 70.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. There's just something about being almost too cold, but not yet too cold. Like, no need for a winter jacket. You can just wear a hoodie. Everything's fine and right in the world.
That is true. And I'm trying to pull up some of these maps up here.
What kind of maps are they?
They are going to be a little bit of some forecast models.
All right.
Do you like those forecast models?
I love those forecast models. Let's do it.
Have you heard of any?
GSP.
No, close there. It begins with a G.
GFS?
Yes, that's
Yes. Okay, so I only remember that because I have worked at a place that the initials were GFS.
Okay.
And so that's why.
Very
That's
interesting.
why. Yeah.
So we got the GFS. I'm also going to be pulling up the European model.
So sophisticated? Question mark?
You gotta love those European models.
I love those European models. Thank you to all you European models out there.
And don't forget, this is the high-res European model, and this is going to be from Pivotal Weather.
Okay.
And I'm going to put this in the correct zoom level, because we don't want the whole continent necessarily. Unless you want the whole continent.
Did you what level was that called?
What?
You said the zoom or
Well,
the zoom
you can think of it
level?
as the zoom level.
Zoom level?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard zoo
Oh, zoo
and
level.
I got a little excited.
What about what in the zoo do you like?
Oh man. What in the zoo do I not like? Okay.
This is going to be an interesting one.
This is going to be great, okay? I
Get ready for
love
this.
big cats, and I cannot lie. Tigers, lions. I love
Bears.
bears.
Oh
I
my.
love bears. Okay. I didn't plan that. I do love bears. Bears are my favorite. Basically, any kind of cat and any kind of bear. Like a fox, even. Red panda. Love red panda. I could just cuddle their cute little faces.
I don't think I've ever held a panda before.
I have not held any kind of panda either. But I would imagine it would be very rewarding. And I would gladly do so if necessary.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because they're so cute.
You know, they're just so fuzzy looking. I just want to feed them some eucalyptus leaves and snuggle a little.
That's not a koala? I thought koalas are the eucalyptus and pandas are bamboo.
Bamboo? I feel like you're wrong. No. Why don't we find out together, Andrew?
Yes, we now have the power of the digital switcher to look this up as a picture-in-picture as well.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
The only thing is, right now, I don't have a picture-in-picture of Meg's screen just yet. I have to figure that out.
That's okay.
But I have a picture-in-picture of my screen here.
Perfect. Well, there's no need to see what I'm Googling right now. No, I'm kidding. Do pandas eat eucalyptus? And the verdict is some 99... Okay, I'm reading this. I'm going to give the citation because it's only right. Mentalfloss.com. 7 animals that eat one food almost exclusively. Some 99% of a giant panda's diet is comprised of the leaves, roots, and stems of bamboo, like eucalyptus. Bamboo doesn't have a lot of nutritional value, so pandas have to eat 23 to 83 pounds of the tough, fibrous plant a day.
That is a lot.
That is a lot of bamboo. But it seems that they do also eat eucalyptus.
Is that why bamboo grows so fast? Because it has to be eaten fast?
I mean, it's most... maybe not most. I'm not going to say most. I don't claim to know everything. That's my life statement. I do not claim to know everything. I know how to find everything out. I love to research. I do know that there are bamboo species that grow an inch a day.
Oh, wow.
And I know that
I think I remember that too.
I know that because in my home, my childhood home, there's bamboo in the backyard.
Fancy.
Yes. And so
the other thing I remember
learned
from the History Channel, they used bamboo as a torture implement.
That's fantastic.
Because they would plant bamboo and then strap somebody and chain them on top of the bamboo, and the top of the bamboo shoot is sharp.
Right.
And it would grow through the person.
I'm surprised, if that is correct, I'm surprised that it wouldn't just grow around them.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but that's what they said. They took a little bit of grown, they placed the person on there, and it just starts growing through them. At least that was the myth, and I think Mythbusters may have tried that before.
All right. Well, first, before we get into devices of torture, we're going to finish this. I want to know, what's the difference between eucalyptus and bamboo? So while you're looking at leather, I'm going to be looking at plants.
Sounds good.
So you want to take it from here, talk about weather, and I'm going to keep doing some research, and I'll be listening.
All right. Well, right now, what do I have as a temperature? 43 degrees. So I have 43 degrees out there, so it's not the warmest, but it's also not too far off from seasonal. So I'm going to bring up here the National Weather Service Forecast Office, and this is where we're just seeing a couple things. There's one special weather statement for Ulster and Dutchess County. Let's take a peek at what that is. Patchy freezing rain in the Berkshires. Now, do you know what freezing rain is, and is it different than sleet?
Freezing rain is rain that is either frozen and falls to liquid, or vice versa.
No. Well, everything starts frozen. Even on a 90-degree summer day, it always starts frozen.
Amen, brother. Everything always starts frozen. Mantra to live by.
Let it. Nope, we're not going to do that.
No, let's not go. We went down the bamboo eucalyptus panda road.
We don't want to
rabbit hole.
Right.
Let's
we don't
not
want to
go
go down
down
the copyright option.
No, we don't want to go down the copyright rabbit hole.
I don't want to be demonetized.
It's just so funny. Okay. Back to you, weatherman. Weather boy.
Freezing rain
Yeah.
is liquid rain that freezes on contact with an object. So say power lines.
Okay.
If this power line temperature is below the freezing point, say the temperature of the lines are 25 degrees or 20 degrees, liquid rain comes through and it's just above freezing.
Liquid rain.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Maybe?
White rain? I think I'm thinking white rain. That's not even the song for white rain.
Chocolate rain. That's...
Wait, say that again?
Radio voice. Chocolate rain.
Wait, say chocolate rain like a normal individual.
Chocolate rain?
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. You
We're
say
having
chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate. 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 That's not the correct pronunciation, but... Chocolate.
Chocolate.
No, you changed it now.
Chocolate rain?
Chocolate! I love it! Anyway, sorry.
It's liquid rain, and then when the liquid rain that's maybe just above the freezing point, like 35 degrees Fahrenheit, for all my international viewers there, then when it hits a surface that is below freezing, it freezes instantly. That's freezing rain. Sleet is just like ice coming down.
Just straight balls of ice coming down?
Yeah.
Then wait, what's the difference between hail and sleet? See, here's the fun part. I keep breaking the fourth wall, and I'm sorry.
There's no rule for that.
Good.
You can look directly into that camera.
There's a strict set of rules that I must follow for these podcasts.
Or you could look directly into that camera.
The light is so bright that I can barely actually see that camera, but I'm okay with it.
Okay.
The difference between hail and sleet. I know the difference. My question is to you to test your knowledge of the art of meteorology.
I'll also throw another one in. Grapple.
What?
That is the reaction I get from everybody.
Grapple?
Grapple.
Grapple.
Yeah.
I know what grappa is.
Nope. Not grapples.
Grapple. Grapple. Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
So back to your first question. Hail is created inside of a thunderstorm. It's convection-assisted ice. So you have...
Convection. That's what that means in my brain.
Convection oven.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
So you start with always frozen precipitation at the upper level of the atmosphere, or the troposphere.
Okay.
That then drops down, but in the thunderstorm you have this strong updraft.
Okay.
If it's strong enough, it'll take those ice pellets and then push them back up to the top of the cloud.
Swirling ice pellets.
And then it starts grabbing liquid, and liquid then sticks to the outer surface of the ice pellets, which the hail. Then when it gets back to the upper troposphere, it refreezes and then falls down again. And that updraft then grabs it and pushes it back up. And that's where you get this constant building. The stronger the updraft, the bigger the hail is. That's hail.
Yes, that's all correct. You've passed my test. That's a very elaborate answer. Thank you.
And then sleet is a multiple level kind of thing.
I always thought sleet and hail were essentially seasonal.
Nope.
Like one was generally in winter and the other was generally in summer.
Kind of, because you don't really have thunderstorms in the winter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's where you're going to have, in the winter, multiple levels of cold, warmer layers, colder layers in the atmosphere as it's dropping.
Okay. All right.
So for that, we always start frozen in the upper atmosphere. Then it may hit a little warmer level.
Mm-hmm.
Then it melts into rain. Then you have another level underneath that is colder right at the surface. So that liquid rain would then freeze again. And then that's the ice pellet that you feel.
Liquid rain.
And grapple almost looks like hail. And
That
a lot
was,
of people
yeah.
describe it as hail.
So what is the difference between that and grapple?
So that's a snowstorm that can create like hail.
Okay.
A little bit of a convection.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if
I
I
get
can
it.
pull
I understand.
some of these pictures up here.
So while you're looking those pictures up, I would like to say to our viewers
Yes.
that this podcast is essentially Andrew being an amazing instructor and talking about just fascinating things in regards to science, whether he's just a master meteorologist. And the purpose of my attendance is to throw as many monkey wrenches into this process as possible and keep thinking up ridiculous, unnecessary ideas and unnecessary comments that make it extremely difficult for him to get through one podcast. And that's kind of how this whole thing, our whole relationship is, really. Is you're the scientist and yes. I'm like, look at that butterfly. Let's learn about butterflies now. Like that's about it.
Yeah, and we do have to take a commercial break in between here. Mm-hmm. We don't have any sponsors or anything at the moment, but if you're watching, you're
our sponsor.
Yeah. So we're gonna take a brief commercial break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're back now from our brief commercial break, and you said you have found something online now?
All right. We're coming to the end of Meg's magical bamboo eucalyptus ride. So,
I'm excited.
I'm just going to give you the straight, hard facts. Is it hard facts or cold facts?
Both?
Hard facts? Cold facts. Straight cold facts?
Hard facts.
They're going to be hard and it's going to be cold and it's all facts. Okay. Thanks to gardenplants.com or gardenplants.comparespecies.com more specifically. Credit where credit is due. Bamboo and eucalyptus are both perennials. However, bamboo is a type of grass. Eucalyptus is a type of shrub or tree. Bamboo is primarily in China and Japan, and eucalyptus is primarily growing in Australia. Close, but not quite.
Okay.
And
I learned something today.
Two more tidbits that I found interesting. Bamboo, there are over 1,500 varieties of bamboo. Eucalyptus, there's over 700 varieties.
Wow.
So that's very interesting because I didn't even know that. I mean, I knew bamboo had a lot of different strains and a lot of different, offshoots. Bamboo, pun intended. So funny. But I didn't realize that eucalyptus also had quite a lot. And the last little tiddly bit is that bamboo grows in the warmer regions, but eucalyptus grows riverside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which you could mix the two, but they've made it clear here that there's a difference. Let's see. One last thing. They don't have thorns. And, this is actually the last part. I promise. If I can find it in time. Okay. Habitat. Bamboo is clump forming eucalyptus is oval or rounded. Clump versus rounded.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Again, almost the same, but not quite. So that is your plant report. Let's go back to meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Andrew.
Well, that could be Yucca-bamboo? Yucca-boo.
Yucca-boo.
Yucca-boo. Let's crossbreed these.
Yucca-boo. I've used eucalyptus oil before.
Okay.
So maybe if we create this hybrid, then we could have, because bamboo just grows so fast, we could have like a greater harvest of eucalyptus oil with bamboo as a carrier.
Interesting.
I'm saying a lot of words.
Yes, you are. But
okay,
I appreciate it.
let's get to today's weather.
Well, let me bring that up. So I have, also from before, I have a picture of grapple.
Oh yes, show me grapple.
Well, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see it just yet.
Okay, I believe you. I can also Google grapple.
Yes.
So at the same time, we'll be looking at the same picture.
So I Googled this here, and this is grapple, and there's AccuWeather. So from AccuWeather here, this is a really cool example of sleet versus grapple. Liquid precipitation that freezes before reaching the ground versus grapple, snowflakes that collect supercooled water droplets on its surface. So grapple is snow. It starts as snow. And after it starts to snow, then it's collecting water droplets on top of it. And then those water droplets refreeze.
I'm seeing this, and that's actually really beautiful. I don't if you're able to cut screen to what you're seeing in our video. Mm-hmm. That is super gorgeous.
So what the viewers are seeing right now is you pictured with this grapple.
Okay. I realize that both of these images are very beautiful. However, I have to tell you, one is actually me and one is grapple. So don't be alarmed. The beauty is overwhelming. I understand.
Is that so?
I made it so just now. Spoke it to life. Anyway, that is actually really fascinating.
You learn something new every day.
I'm super into grapple right now. I feel like this is a great artistic gateway, personally, to some other things that I've been working on. And I feel like that timing was beautiful because I think that's what I needed to see.
Because Meg is actually an artist. She is a professional sculptor.
Facts. I sculpt professionally.
What have you sculpted?
That is not a question I'm prepared to answer. No. So.
Wait. Let me get your website.
Oh, so right now, and not yet.
Oh,
so
okay,
the website situation is I've decided that I'm going to go full social media instead of having a separate website because social media brings a certain level of ease.
That is true.
Across any other social platform. And so the website itself was not getting a lot of hits, no matter how much I shared it. So I'm just sort of naturally shifting over to just Instagram and working forward from that.
So let me get that up too. What is your Instagram?
It's at Meg Demora. That's MEGDEMORA. And
hey, there it is. Ooh, here we go.
It's a work in progress.
There's your picture in picture. So yeah, let's take a look at some of these. What we got on the first couple here. I see just before we got like 11 likes just before we went into the recording.
Oh yes, my podcast selfie.
Inktober I also see in here.
I started Inktober, but like every professional artist, you never finish Inktober. You start, and you just never finish.
Okay. I see a foot, some blobs.
Beautiful. That sounds like a great description of my sculptures. I see a foot and some blobs. You're not wrong. So, this is going to open up a huge conversation, which I would say maybe we push to the next podcast. Because honestly, once I start talking about art, I could go for hours. My art is primarily based around mental health and comparing the physiological to the psychological, and creating visual stories around experiences, or even fictional ideas, fictional characters, or a mix of both, fiction
Nice.
and fiction. So right now,
You gotta have something with the Joker.
see, I'm staying away from pop culture.
Okay.
There are times where I have touched on certain pop culture things without it being abundantly obvious because of copyright issues.
You can't sculpt the Joker?
And some other thing. I can sculpt the Joker for my own delight, but but there are, some other things there's certain things I purposely stay away from doing or showing, and there are things that I like to have image driven. It's hard to find your style or like your hand in the work if you're essentially copying other artists, right?
Okay.
So that's like first and foremost, I'm creating original art. I try to make that art relevant to society and to, the hot topics.
I have not been in that store before.
The Hot Topics store.
Yeah, the Hot Topic store is something I have not been. Oh, I have been in there. I got a plasma ball.
Wow.
Because I'm a science nerd.
You are a science nerd. But I love you just the same. Anyway, see, I told you once I start talking about art, it's going to go. But basically...
Remember, we got to get to the weather, too.
We still have to get to the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just going to have to end up talking about the weather last. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Unless you want to save this as the starting topic for next time.
Someday, maybe our podcast should be called Someday We'll Get to the Weather.
No, small talk works. Because this could be small talk that we're bringing up.
I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. Let us know what you guys think about this.
And if you are new to the channel,
semi-ridiculous podcast,
make sure you hit that little subscribe button below and that little bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload a video like this, or sometimes might be going live as well.
We do like to go live.
Yep.
It's train time.
Yes.
Time to talk about trains. Wouldn't that be great?
Well, I have my model trains in the storage shed.
Stop it.
Rail
you have
King
model trains?
Yeah, Rail King
really
is the brand I do. There's a choice between Rail King and Lionel, and I went Rail King.
Just trying to keep my hat on. What? I never knew that you...
Well, you never saw them here.
Yeah, I guess I haven't.
The Blue Comet is my favorite. And they
The
have little
Blue
like puffs
Comet?
of smoke that come out of the steam engine.
Stop. No.
Yeah.
You're making this up.
No, I'm not.
You really love model trains? Like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory? He loves model trains too.
Not to that extent.
I feel like maybe it is
That's
to
why I
that
haven't
extent.
had them out.
You're trying to suppress it. I think that's why.
Is that so?
Okay. My mind is like racing with all these things I want to talk about. Model trains. We're definitely going to talk about that at some point.
Okay.
100%. Put that on the list. Okay. I want to finish what I was saying about art stuff.
Sure.
Moving everything to social media. Although I do love the Joker, that's not why my hair is green. That was a coincidence.
Show it off.
It's just so difficult because it's just so beautiful all the time.
No, I see
And
it.
it smells like blue raspberries.
I see it in there.
Like blue raspberry candy. That's what it smells like. I still don't know why. I washed my hair.
Well, it's
It
cute.
still smells like... Thanks.
You're welcome.
Meteorologist Andrew Fernero. moving everything to social media. I'm also starting a little bit of a side business, which I'm not going to get into yet because nothing is 100% finalized. Everything is like certain percentage finalized in each category. But a big topic that I'm going to start talking about with that kind of stuff is the difference between fine art and craft, which is a very like almost traditional topic to talk about, especially in art school.
Fine art is just art that's fine.
Couldn't have said it better.
I mean, doesn't everybody agree? It's just fine art is art that's fine.
You would think so, but
like the Mona Lisa.
There is a lot of conversation around the difference between fine art, craft, and a lot of it goes into like hobbyist art or...
Do I have to bite my own ear off?
If you okay, let's break
that was
this
a
down.
joke.
Let's break it down. I would love to see you try to bite your own ear off. I'll be there for that. Because as of right now...
So we're going to combine Mike Tyson biting ears with Van Gogh that cut his own ear off. Mm-hmm. So biting ears and cutting ears, so bite your own ear off. Duh, it makes sense.
Yeah, she sure do. Anyway, wrapping up my little art thing, because I told you, I warned you all. Talking about the difference between fine art and craft, because I have a lot of experience in both of those categories and how those two are very separated, oil and water, and then also how, going from fine art and like living in fine art, making fine art, being in the fine art sort of society versus being in the craft society, because they're really different, very different. They're the maker society essentially, and so talking about all those things, craft design, and this business that I'm starting. And all the in-betweens, the nooks and crannies of everything. Just everything under the world, under the sun. Under the world?
Under the world.
Under the universe.
Well, we can talk about geology at one point.
I do love rocks.
Oh man, I love more rocks.
I love more rocks. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm done talking about art, because if I don't stop now...
You'll keep going.
I'm just going to keep going.
And then this will become a much longer podcast.
And it'll be the longest podcast, and then I'm going to talk about sad stuff. Because my art is mostly sad. So.
We'll save that.
Let me end on this note. My art is sad. It's weird. And sometimes it's a little gross.
Okay.
The end.
Yeah.
The end.
Leave everybody in a little suspense out there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So spooky.
Stay tuned for next episode to find out. Now let's wrap up this small talk with a little weather discussion.
How's the weather today, Andrew?
So it's actually kind of cloudy out right now. And let me see what the temperature is now.
Any grapple?
No grapple. It just says loading weather data, so we'll hold off on that.
That darn smart
But
watch.
it says 43 degrees before.
43 degrees,
And we're saying it was about average for this time of the year. And I first have up here, we just went through this. This was the special weather statement, just saying that freezing rain was possible. Let's take a look at some radar on here as well. So that is quite a bit of some rain. This rain is touching everywhere from Texas to Maine.
So cold rain, it sounds like.
It is cold rain, yeah.
Okay.
But this one system is stretching across half the country.
Wow.
That's quite a bit. And take a look at some...
I dropped my phone. It's
oh,
okay.
No.
It's all right. I have insurance on my phone.
You do.
No worries. I also have a case on my phone because I'm not a fool. Continue talking about the weather.
Clouds.
Clouds and stuff.
Here's a satellite.
Okay.
So on here, let me put this in motion.
Okay.
I always liked seeing the visible satellite in motion.
I'm a visual gal.
Yeah. Because this is a real image that the satellite is seeing. It's not an infrared or anything like that. We do have all that available.
Cloud real time.
Yeah. And the same stretch of rain is kind of still right on here, too. We do have what looks like a little bit more high pressure off to the west. And I can see the snow in the Rocky Mountains.
How beautiful.
Yes.
Breathtaking.
Let's go snowboarding. So let me bring up here. I got the GFS.
Woo!
My screen went blank. We're still good. Say something?
Something.
I don't know what happened. My screen went blank. Very interesting.
It was like, nah, bro, I'm done.
Okay.
It's all good.
Anyway.
That's why this is a pilot, because we just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So let's start going through here. GFS. This is the last bit of showers and more north of our area. Maybe some snow showers too. But then pressure gradients. Do you know what a pressure gradient is?
I think you've told me before, but
It's been on the stream before. I've talked about it.
Yeah, I don't think I have an idea of it, but I can't say like for certain. Put the words together, form a sentence to describe it.
I have an image of a pressure gradient here.
Okay, perfect.
And this is an isobar.
Okay.
And all these isobars, when they're close together, that's a high pressure gradient, almost like a topographic map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is what we're seeing here. That means it's going to be windy. So going into tomorrow, it's going to get a little windy.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's going to be a little bit clearer unless you're near the Finger Lakes or the Great Lakes, because then we'll have what looks like some lake effect snow.
Lake effect snow.
Yeah. And then it's going to be pretty quiet through the rest of the week.
Okay.
There's another coastal storm, but it stays. There's another high pressure coming in. It looks like Friday, Thursday into Friday, keeping that coastal system out to bay.
Okay.
Out to bay. Out to sea.
Out to sea. Out to bay. Body of water. Out to body of water.
The actual meteorological term is out to sea. OTS is the shorthand for that.
Got it.
So don't go out to sea.
I don't plan on going out to sea.
Good.
I mean, not unless I absolutely have to.
Well, cruise.
If I go on a cruise,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not going to talk about my vacation plans to the world, but if I should someday go on a cruise, I would inevitably have to go out to sea.
This is true. And it actually looks like going through the weekend, that high pressure is in place. That system stayed out to sea. And it looks like it's going to be a dry weekend. So that's the GFS on tropical tidbits. Let's go to pivotal weather now.
So a dry weekend, you're saying?
Yeah, looks like a dry weekend.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Which is good because I'm going to be in a film shoot on Sunday. Maybe you will be too.
Ooh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll be working over the weekend.
Not Sunday.
But not on Sunday.
Exactly. Uh-huh.
So I might accompany.
Yeah.
Might accompany.
And now we switch to this Euro. The European model.
Oh.
Oh, we got, looks like 1024 millibars. 1034 millibar.
Explain, please.
That's a very high pressure.
Okay.
But that is what we're seeing going through Thursday and going into Friday. That's this high that's going to stick with us through the weekend. 1035 millibar. It's decently high. And the higher the pressure, the better the weather.
Higher the pressure, the
Clearer
better the
air.
weather. Okay.
That's also why Siberia has very clear air, but it's cold.
It is cold because that cold is coming straight through.
Yep.
Ain't no clouds stopping that cold from coming down.
Do you want to do a little rhyme?
Are you asking me to do a little
Rap? Can you rap? This is going to be a first. I've never heard her rap before. If not, totally fine.
I'm going to leave that to mystery.
Okay.
I'm going to cling on to that. But I would like to just say, I'm not bad. Sometimes I'm not bad.
Okay.
Let's get more specific. On occasion, sometimes I'm not bad. You know what? forget the mystery. Occasionally I can rap. Yes.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
A lot of times if I'm singing a song or singing along with a song and I feel I need to change the lyrics, I can do that pretty quick. If I'm in the mood, sometimes creativity strikes you in different ways.
I'll have to experience this one time.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, I'm actually not bad at rapping Nicki Minaj songs because when you find an artist that speaks to your heart,
Oh, wow.
you can't not sing along or rap along in my case.
Okay.
Yeah. Not going to do it right now because I will embarrass myself.
Back to weather.
I will embarrass you as well. So, I'm going to drink my drink.
All right.
So, clear weekend, it sounds like. That's pretty
Looks like
exciting.
that. The Euro is like that as well.
We've had a lot of rainy days this past 2 weeks or so.
We have, and it looks like we're going to make up for it next week or so.
Okay.
Or less than a week.
All right. I'm down for that.
But at least through this weekend, it looks pretty good. And now I'm on the icon forecast model. Ready for the icon?
Yeah.
It's a German forecast model. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez. I don't know. I know they do the 1, 2, 3. That's how they count. They don't do 1, 2, 3. They do 1, 2, 3. If anybody's German, please explain. But let's take a look at the icon German model here. There's that high. So going into Wednesday and Thursday, it's a little bit breezy. This one's actually showing a stronger high pressure at 1042 millibar. So that's keeping everything at base. So I am seeing that coastal system still. And
Okay.
that coastal system is being kept out to sea by that high pressure system. And then going into the weekend, that high is still pretty much in control. Not as strong as it dropped from 1040 to 1027.
1040 to 1027?
Or 1042 to 1027.
Okay.
So as the high pressure is dropping, it's weakening. And that's through the weekend there. And then we have a little bit of something coming for next Tuesday, a week from today.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like it's just rain.
Okay. I can deal with just rain.
Now let's take a look at the NAM.
NAM!
North American Mesoscale.
Every time I watch one of your streams and you talk about the different radars that you look at and you say NAM, I immediately think of like grandpas getting together and talking about the treacherous nights and
Back in NAM.
Or
Nam.
Nam.
Back in Nam.
Vietnam. Which is no joke. I actually feel very particular about this. It's no joke. But that, in my head, is what I think of.
The NAM, when I say.
And when you're talking, you sometimes, how dare you, get a little goofy. I put the two together, and I'm like, back in NAM. Anyway, I just had to make my feelings clear.
Okay.
So back to NAM.
Yeah. And here, once this little bit of shower action clears out overnight tonight, then it looks like it's clear with this high coming in with just some lake effect snow like the other forecast models were showing for tomorrow. But then it's clear going through Thursday. Now the NAM is also the shortest range, or shorter of the ranges, which is 84 hours. So 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And let me do one more thing here.
I'm ready.
Let's take a look at some temperatures.
Yeah.
So let me bring up, it's called the MOS data.
MOS. How do you spell that?
MOS.
Thought it was going to be more difficult. MOS.
So I got the MOS data up here. And this, let's see what we're taking a look at. Upper 30s, mid 30s, and then going into the weekend, upper 40s to low 50s here.
Okay.
So a little bit of a warm up going into the weekend, and that's just across the tri-state region too. So not too bad.
All right.
All right, that's gonna wrap up this first pilot edition or pilot episode of Small Talk.
We talked small, we talked big, we talked more small. So majority rules, small talk it is.
Yes, that is true. All right.
Cool.
So thank you for joining. Thank you for starting this with me.
Thank you for having me. I learned today.
I'm glad.
I hope you learned as well.
I have too.
Now I know more about eucalyptus and bamboo.
Yes, and that's the idea for this. So if you're interested, feel free to hit that subscribe button below and the bell icon right next to that so you get notified whenever I upload a video or I go live sometimes. This is meteorologist Andrew Pinero, and this over here is
Artist Meg Demora.
Thank you all for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave any comments below on any kind of criticism or kind of feedback or anything like that.
Tell us how great we are.
Yeah, tell us how great we were. And I'll see you all in the next video.
Next video.
Yeah.